Hey friends, welcome to Sassy AFTV Season 2, Episode 12, Empowering Women Through Photography. This week, I had the absolute pleasure of interviewing Ashleigh Taylor, a portrait photographer right here in Santa Barbara. We had so much fun sitting in studio talking about all things empowerment. One of the things I really love about Ashleigh's approach to photography is her ability to create a true experience for each of her clients that leaves them feeling confident, beautiful, and as though they have had a true celebrity-style experience. As you will hear, Ashleigh is more than just a photographer. She is an empowered woman, empowering other women to truly show up as their best selves, both on camera and in their everyday lives. As Ashleigh says, one empowered woman walks out into the world and she empowers someone else. Ashleigh's mission to create that sense of empowerment is on the mark with each woman she photographs. Let's dive into this week's episode. Welcome back to another episode of Sassy AFTV. I'm Hallie Avolio, and I am so excited to bring you another live, in-person episode with Ashleigh Taylor. Amazing. Ashleigh, so happy to have you here and so glad that we got to do this today in your beautiful photography studio.
Oh, thank you so much for coming here. This is so cool.
It's so cool. Ashleigh and I met, so we're both local in Santa Barbara, and we met through mutual friends, and I can't believe it took us as long to meet as it did, but
I know. It seems like we had a lot of people in common. We should have met a lot sooner.
Right? I agree, but I'm really glad that we came together now, and I remember one of the first times I was exposed to your photography was one of our mutual friends, and she posted these gorgeous pictures, and she was showing this like behind the scene of her getting ready and her hair and makeup, and she was wearing this like amazing gold dress, and she was just stunning. And I asked her, I said, who did your photography? And she said, oh, it's Ashleigh Taylor. She's amazing. You have to meet her. And when I looked more into your photography, it was really unique and interesting, and it wasn't just kind of like your standard run-of-the-mill portraits. So I'd love to know a little bit, if you could share with the audience, how you got into the type of work you do and what you specialize in when it comes to the photography that you do.
Yeah. So I say that I'm a Vanity Fair style portrait photographer, but for the everyday person. So a little bit about my own background is that I wanted to be an actress and movie star, but I am not.
You are now.
but I think one of the things that really I love is creating that empowering, beautiful experience. That's kind of how I wanted to feel. Like I wanted that dream of being on the red carpet. And I think a lot of regular women watch celebrities and read fashion magazines and see things like the Oscars, and they want to have that glamorous moment, but they're moms, they're working, they're doing such busy things with their lives. That's just not a reality for them.
Right.
And so what I love about what I do is I get to bring that celebrity for a day experience to the everyday woman. And it sounds superficial, I feel like, but the thing is that when you feel beautiful and you feel confident and you feel radiant and like all eyes are on you and people are telling you you're beautiful and you're posed and you're being styled and you're in that space, something changes inside you. You feel important, you feel seen, you feel glamorous and elegant, and you kind of escape your reality for a minute, which goes back to acting. And like that one thing I always loved about acting was like escaping my reality for a few hours.
Right.
And that's what I love about these shoots, because they just give people that experience for the day. And then even better, they have the portraits forever. So whenever they look at that portrait of themselves, they are immediately transported back to that feeling of that glamorous day and feeling glamorous and just remembering their inner beauty. And that's really what I love about it.
I love that. And the other thing too is that I noticed in a lot of the work that you do, you're photographing, I always say that word wrong. You're taking photos of women of all different ages, all different shapes, all different sizes, and all of them look gorgeous. And it goes to show that, beauty is so much more than what we might have this perception of. You said Vanity Fair, right? And if we think about the cover of Vanity Fair, it might be this one style type of woman.
Yeah.
But the reality is women and men, we're all different. We're all unique. We all have our different shapes and sizes, but we all have beauty. And there's so many different ways that we can, bring out that beauty. And I think that is super empowering and super confidence building. So I think that it's amazing that you bring that to the table, because I know that goes a long way, more than just the moment of them having the photo shoot, looking at the photos after the fact, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard stories from your clients of how it's really uplifted them going forward.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I have always brought the intention into my business since day one is how can I photograph so many different types of people and show them in my portfolio. So back in the very beginning days of my business, when I was just portfolio building, even though at the time I was in my mid-20s, I purposely sought out women who were older than me or of different ethnic backgrounds than me or just different body types than me. And that was always important for me since the beginning. I think it's really easy to, when you're starting out as a photographer, to find models, and that might be the stereotypical, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there's just stereotypical early 20, maybe blonde, thin woman. And that's, like I said, nothing wrong with it, beautiful and great. But I really wanted to create a portfolio that included that woman and included so many other types of women. And when women see my portfolio, I often get told, I want to hire you because I saw someone on your website who really looked like me, or I saw multiple women on your website and they each had something about them that was like me, and because you made them look and feel so beautiful, I know you can make me look and feel beautiful. And that always brings me to tears, because that was so much my intention, was that people would see representation of themselves and that they would know that they were in good hands and in a safe space, because I really believe that all women are beautiful, all people are beautiful, but I primarily work with women. And I just want them to know that I've got them, that they're beautiful, I see their beauty, and I can bring that out in them, even if in the past their photo shoot experiences haven't been ideal.
Right. No, I think that's amazing, especially you said earlier too, that you want women to feel like they're being seen. And I think that that's really important, because there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of comparison, and there's a lot of photos that we all see, right? We're on social media, and we're exposed to all these different images all the time, whether it's people that we know or people that we don't know, or celebrities, or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, we all want to be seen for who we are. And if we can have that opportunity to bring that forth, especially in a photograph that we have, for the long haul, I think that's really cool. I would love for you to share about one of your most favorite, photo experiences that you've had working with somebody. Maybe you had a unique situation, or tell us about one that was really fun.
Yeah. Well, one of the most moving ones for me was, I photographed quite a few women with breast cancer or breast cancer survivors. And all of those have been moving in different ways, of course. But the one that came to mind is one of my clients actually had tattoos done. So she had breast cancer, she survived, she had reconstruction surgery, and then she got like tattoos done because they remove your nipples when you have reconstruction. And so instead of that, she had not nipple tattoos, but these like cherry blossoms. Oh. And she really wanted to show that and show like rebirth, beauty, that feeling of beauty after everything that she had gone through, and that she's still vibrant and healthy and here. And that just so resonated with my message, and I just absolutely loved everything about the shoot. And her husband was in the photo shoot too, and they had been high school sweethearts, and I photographed like her topless. So he has a matching tattoo that matches her and on his like breastplate. Okay. So I photographed them in a way where they were both topless, and you could see both of their tattoos, but they were like intertwined. And that photo was just, and I remember them saying, like, when I was posing them, they're like, this feels really cheesy. Like, are you sure that this is good? Are you sure? And I was like, trust. And then they saw it and they were all crying at the end when, like, they saw the final retouched, finished, edited photo, and they framed it and they have it in their house and they show it to everyone. And it's just it's just super sweet photo of love and all the good things in life.
That's awesome. Well, and you've done some really unique shoots. And one of the things I wanted to ask you about was, I know you have this new campaign called 50 over 50. Yeah. So I'd love to hear about that, and also your inspiration for how you come up with these, unique ways to bring photography to life for people that may not otherwise have the opportunity. Yeah. So it's funny because, again, I said, going back to the early days of my career when I was portfolio building, I've always sought to photograph women in their 50s and over. And throughout the years, because I've always had representation of women of that demographic, I've done a lot of photo shoots for women of that demographic. But I never framed it in the way of like a project or
visibility campaign. It's just been them hiring me for whatever their photo needs are. And I'm very clear that that is one of my favorite demographics to photograph. I really love something about women over 50. They're just super confident. It's almost like they don't give an F.
You can say it's all good.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say
Yeah.
an F-U-C-K about anything anymore. Like, they're just kind of like,
Thank God.
I know, they're like, I've lived it, I'm confident, I'm here. And I also love, as a woman in my mid-30s, the idea that I think as a kid, I often thought that, like, your 20s and your 30s were sort of your good years. Like, that's just what you hear.
Right.
And that's what you spend your whole life dreaming about, and those days. And do your dreams, like, I kind of started feeling when I hit 30, like, are my dreams over? You know, like, I'm married, I have the kid, I have the business, I have the house. Like, do I have anything left that I'm supposed to dream for?
The checklist.
Yeah.
The checklist life. I know that one.
So I love looking at women in their 50s because these women are just so vibrant, and they are not, they still have goals, and they still have so many amazing accomplishments and things that they're going after. And so I just think that's so cool for women my age to look to the older generation and see all the things they're up to, and realizing that we can keep striving and going for more and doing bigger and better things.
Right.
And I think for women in their 50s, there's not a lot of attention or visibility to that age group. And so for them to be a part of something where they get to say, hey, I'm 50, I'm fabulous, I'm 60, I'm fabulous, I'm still sexy, I'm still, you know, a sensual woman, I'm still stylish, I still have, you know, things in my career that I'm accomplishing, or maybe they're not accomplishing anything in their career, but they're just traveling or spending time with their grandkids or finally getting to enjoy their lives in a new way. Whatever it looks like for them, they're celebrating that season of life, and I really love that. So the 50 over 50 campaign was just a way to bring more visibility to a demographic of women that I already really love working with and serving, and creating more of a campaign around it that the whole community can get behind.
That's so cool. What has been the feedback from the women that have come through your doors? Because I know you shared with me that you put out an application.
Yeah.
People had to apply, right, to come do it. So I'm curious if some of the women were maybe like hesitant, not sure, like, oh, am I too old for this? Can I go through it? You know, what kind of mindset were these women in, and how did they feel coming in and then at the other end of it?
Well, it's so funny because normally for a photo shoot, that's when I get a lot of the, am I too old for this? Is this gonna, you know, am I gonna look good? All that. But when I put the campaign out, I think because it was a project, you know, like Ashleigh gave a project and there's gonna be a portrait gallery exhibit around it and this whole visibility piece, all the women stood up and said, hell yeah!
That's awesome.
I'm here for this. I'm fabulous. Let's do this. And I was actually overwhelmed with inquiries. In 2 days, I had 60 plus inquiries.
Oh my gosh.
And so far, I've booked in about 30 of the 50 women, and I've shot about 10 of the 50 women, so 10 of the 30 that I've booked so far. And it's really also, I stopped kind of advertising it because the women who are in it are telling their friends, and I'm getting a lot of still word of mouth from it.
Right.
So it's been really cool because the women are just showing up with just this level of, yes, let's do this. I'm here for this. Like, I'm ready to be seen, and almost more confidence than I've ever seen women show up for any other type of photo shoot that I've ever done.
That's awesome. And I feel like there's kind of an air right now in the world with women feeling more confident and more empowered and really putting themselves first, which of course, you know, is my mission, is to empower in-demand women to prioritize themselves. And to me, that shows that they are prioritizing themselves. Yes, I am important. Yes, I can show up. Yes, I want to be seen and I want to be photographed in this way that highlights all that I am as I am, and not worry about, do I have this perfect body or do I have this perfect look or whatever. It's just showing up as you are and, you know, really celebrating all that you are right now. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you do a lot more than just photography, right? You're a teacher, you're a mentor, you host workshops. Can you talk a little bit more about, you know, how this message of empowerment has really shaped a lot of the mission and the work that you're doing? Yeah,
well, I really believe in empowering women, and I've personally found that owning a business has been just so empowering for me. And I really want to help other women, especially creative women, who want to start their own businesses get better. I think as women, sometimes we have a hard time marketing ourselves and putting ourselves out there, talking money, talking stuff, just selling and saying, this is what I charge and this is what I charge, and having confidence in it. So that has been a bigger mission for me to not just empower women through photography, but empower women in their businesses as well. And obviously, creatives, entrepreneurs, and photographers are like the area of specialty that I'm really able to help.
Right.
So I do teach marketing for photographers and creatives, and I also host workshops for the local community that's not really photography related or marketing related, but it's just women's empowerment related. So you're speaking at one of them. But I've had other local business owners as well come into my studio once a month. I host this event and have a different speaker each month for other women that I see killing it in their business to share either personal development or professional business advice and create these women's circles so that we can have open dialogue and safe space in the local community on a bigger scale than just business talk.
Right.
And then in my personal world, I also mentor people online if they're photographers or creatives.
That's so cool. And I was at the last workshop that you had. We talked about feminine, the divine feminine, embodying our feminine energy.
Yeah.
And that was such a powerful topic. And the women in the room were really engaged and, participating in the conversation. And, the speaker brought some great information, but there's a need and there's a craving, I feel like, for women to have this, not only this sense of community, but these topics of conversation that are important that maybe have been overlooked in the past. So I think it's really cool that you are, incorporating that in a way that is, unique to your message and to who you are and your personality, and bringing forward that, hey, let's get together and have these empowering conversations. So that's super cool.
Yeah, I really wanted my studio here locally to be not just a place where people come for a photo shoot, but to be thought of as a center of a place where women can come to feel confident and inspired and empowered. And so that was kind of the idea behind it, is that a lot of the people who came through the doors so far for these workshops aren't photography clients, and they haven't had a photo shoot before. And maybe this will inspire them to have a photo shoot. But even if their only association with me is that I came to her studio and I walked out the door feeling so empowered, that's what I want, because I really believe that one empowered woman walks out into the world and she empowers someone else, and it's this big ripple effect. And so if I can have that impact on people, even if they don't, the photo shoot is not their thing, I'm still really excited for that.
I love that. I know we're getting close to the time we have to wrap up, but I'm just thinking about confidence and empowerment. And I think from the moment I saw you before we had met in person, I could just tell that you exude, this great energy, this great confidence. And I don't know if it's your acting background or, just because that's your personality, but since you've, experienced so many women of so many different personality types, and you really bring out their energy and their light and their confidence, I would love to know for the audience, because I'd love to bring tactical and practical ways that we can apply this. What do you recommend? How do people feel more confident? What do you tell women to really own who they are and step into their power and feel confident and empowered as they are?
Well, first I'd like to say that I don't always feel confident. I deal with anxiety myself, so I think one thing is just to realize that we all make ourselves bigger to us. We have a small pimple right here, and then we think everyone sees this giant pimple, but no one actually notices the pimple. So what I tell a lot of women is just to get out of your own head, as hard as that is, whether it's a practice like breath work or movement or exercise, whatever you need to do to get out of your own way. Because it's really when we can just open our energy up and realize it's actually not about us, and it's about how can we serve other people and how can we listen to other people and connect open-heartedly with other people. That's when we become attractive. That's when people become attracted to us. That's when we create genuine connection and conversation. And so I think what I've learned in myself is not that I'm perfect, because I definitely get into cycles where I'm in my own head. But when I notice that about myself, it's okay, I'm making it about me again. How can I center myself and realize that I'm the one who cares most about me right now. How can I start caring about other people? How can I come back to love and service and open-heartedness? And when I come back to that space, that's when people are always more attracted.
Oh, I love that. I 100% agree. So that's awesome. Before we let everyone know where they can find you, how they can connect with you, how they can learn about your photography and the work that you do a little bit more, my last question that I love to ask is, what is something that makes you feel sassy and fun?
Sassy
and fun.
I mean, getting my eyelashes done. That sounds
They
so
look
vague.
gorgeous. It doesn't though. It
But
doesn't.
it's like, when I walk out with a fresh set of lashes on, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a girl today.
I love it. You got to do what you got to do to make yourself feel good.
Exactly.
That's putting yourself first. Amen, sister.
Thanks.
I love it. All right, well, tell everybody where they can find you, how they can connect with you, and learn more about your photography.
Yeah, so my website is ashleightaylorportrait.com, and Ashleigh is spelled ASHLEIGH. So annoying. But ashleightaylorportrait.com. If you're a photographer, you can just add a /photographers, and I'm also on Instagram at Ashleigh Taylor Portrait.
Awesome. And I know you have a freebie for photographers. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah. So if you're a photographer, I have an on-demand video that's a free marketing class, and it's a great place to start if you already have a business or you're looking to start your photography business and you don't know how to get the word out there and how to start getting clients and making money. I'm really about empowering women to make money.
Hey,
so it's a great place to start there.
That's awesome. Well, and for everybody watching, if you're interested in getting some inspiration and just learning about Ashleigh, definitely follow her at her website, follow her on Instagram. Her images are absolutely stunning. And if you are local and want to book a photography session with her, I highly recommend you getting in touch because she does amazing, amazing work. So I'm so glad that you're here today. It was so fun to have you on and to talk about all the wonderful work that you're doing. And I'm just so proud to know you and to have you in my community and for the work that you do, because it's really beautiful and empowering and confidence building. And we need more women like you, Ashleigh, who bring this energy and this level of confidence and this love and joy that you bring to the world. So thank you so much for being here and just for being you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
This has been such an honor.
So fun. Thank you for watching. So glad that you were here with us on Sassy AF TV and listening on the Sassy AF audio experience. We'll be back with you next week for another episode. Have a great day. Bye. I hope you had as much fun watching that interview as Ashleigh and I had doing it. She is such a ball of energy and has so much charisma, and her love and passion for her work shines through in everything she does. Thanks again for being here and tuning in for another episode of Sassy AF TV. It would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment and take a screenshot to share it with your tribe on Instagram or Facebook. Don't forget to tag me at Sassy Healthy Fit. Then make sure to head over to sassyhealthy.fit and sign up for our mailing list so you always know the latest and greatest in sassy fun. See you next time.